Why does God bless you with success, take you to the mountaintop, let you experience tremendous victory, and then turn around and let you fall, show you the bottom, take you down to the valley, let you see defeat? Why does God do that? Well, I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why in my own experience. So if you're going through something like that right now, stay with me. I'm going to give you, based on what I have been through, 5 reasons why God would do that. The first one is that you don't have experience for the next level. God took you here, but He wants to take you further. And to go further, you need to come to the bottom and get the experience you need and the training you need and the perspective you need in order for God to elevate you, because you cannot handle what is beyond that. You truly cannot. So He gave you a taste of it so that you know that it is possible, and then He brings you all the way down to then allow you to get the experience you need to learn what you need to learn, the preparation, the grooming, the formation, in order to elevate you all the way beyond what you could even think or imagine. You have to believe that. But in my case, it didn't come clear to me until recently, because God has put a lot of books in me that I know. But since 2011, I've been trying to write a book about entrepreneurship. And believe me when I say I've checked all the boxes when it comes to entrepreneurship. I was on Shark Tank. I have been in the Inc. 5000 multiple times. I was Entrepreneur of the Year in my state. I am a professor of finance at a top university teaching entrepreneurship. I have checked a lot of boxes, but God would not let me write that book. It wasn't until He took me to the top, business wise, 2 successful business, and then brought me all the way to the bottom, total public humiliation. That's how I felt it. He took me to the top publicly, public success, and then brings me all the way to the bottom. And so I've been reflecting on that and thinking, why would He do that? And I realized that in that experience was the training I need, number one, to be able to be an effective business coach and help to entrepreneurs that are upcoming. But number two, to be able to write that book. And let me tell you, I wrote the book 2 Thanksgivings ago. But God told me to wait because the ending was not ready. And over the last 2 years, based on what He's putting me through, I am learning why the ending of the book needed to wait. And when I tell you the book is going to make an impact, I know it because I wrote it and I can feel it, because there is nothing an entrepreneur who is going through hard times can tell me that I haven't been through, and I'll be able to help them because I've been through it. But not only that, I have come through it and I can help them. And so it was supposed to give me a broad experience because I can relate to them in their success, but I can also relate to them in their defeats, in their moment of challenge, in their valleys. And so the first thing I want to tell you is that God will show you the vision. He will probably give you a taste of it, and then He will bring you down to form you, to mold you, in order to then prepare you for the elevation. Number two, ego. For me, part of my experience has been that God wanted to, humble me and bring the ego out, because I used to believe that I was, I had the experience, the work ethic, and that a lot of things that I've achieved were because of my effort. Now, I did believe in my heart that God helped me and opened the doors and blessed me, but I used to believe that my hard work also contributed to that. And I remember a time ago I had a whole argument with my wife, argument, um, about this, because my wife totally believes that God, everything she has, everything she owns, everything she's able to experience comes from God. At some point in my life, I didn't believe that because I didn't want my hard work to be discounted. And I was so ignorant about the fact that even being able to work hard is a gift from God, right? To get up in the morning, to be able to breathe, to be able to have activities of your limb, All that, I was so ignorant about that because my ego was in the way. God needed to strip everything from me, bring me to the bottom, zero, where I had no option but Him. Because I'm one of those people that, as an entrepreneur, I can think 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. And so I felt like there is nothing that I cannot do. But God showed me that, yes, your hard work could be there. You could work 300% and it will yield nothing if I'm not in it. And now, based on that experience, I know for sure, without a doubt, that everything that I own, everything that I'm able to experience, everything I'm able to have, everything I'm able to achieve, 100% is because of God. So, ego is another reason why God brings you down in order to build you back up. Number three, sometimes it's time to move on. Sometimes what God gave you was temporary. That was supposed to be a temporary thing to just fix a particular season of your life, or put you in a particular season that He needed you to be in. But where He wanted you to be is right here. And so if He doesn't strip this away from you, you are not going to pay attention to this. And so sometimes God will just take it away from you. Yes, he told you that you should do this. Yes, He did. And He gave you success in that, but it was time to go. And you wouldn't let it go because you're comfortable, you like it, and so He has to bring you all the way down in order to then shift your attention to where He wanted to take you. So, and I've experienced that too. The fourth reason, a big one, is that sometimes God is giving you an early warning sign. He will strip something from you sometimes suddenly because He can see what's about to happen 18, 20, 30 months from now. And He wants to protect you and allow you to build something else during those times. And then you look back and realize that, oh my God, God did deliver me from that impending doom. And that has also been a part of my story where when I look back in two different situations, God made me go through the pain early than everybody in the industry, and then shifted my attention to something else. And then I look back 2 years later and the industry is gone or has tremendously changed in a way that would have crushed me in and brought me down in nothing compared to what I experienced to before. Because I would have built a lot during those 2 years, and then the fall would have been harder. So sometimes God is just trying to be an early warning system and take you away from impending danger. And so you have to trust Him. And then number five, perhaps my favorite, is that sometimes God uses that adversity. He took you all the way up and bring you down to teach you a virtue. Sometimes you need to learn a few things to mature in your faith, and it will not be learned in comfort. Remember, our faith is not sharpened in comfort. Everybody can have faith in God when times are good, right? But when you are in the bottom, when you have been crushed and you have no option, now you appreciate and develop certain skills and virtues that you would never at the top. You become more humble. Humility. I thought I was humble. I thought I was a very humble person, at least outwardly, until God really showed me what humility was. And humility, in my definition, is walking with God every day and appreciating everything that He's giving you and every experience and everybody that He's putting in your life, and noticing the hand of God in everything you do, and realizing that if not but God, I would not have a healthy family. I would not have a house. I would not even have food. I would not have transportation, money for gas, this, and that. And so you're walking in appreciation, in gratitude, and also recognizing that other people are doing their best and they are on their own journey, and that you are empathetic to that. Sometimes God needs to teach us patience, that we need to wait, because waiting doesn't mean denial. It just means that God is intentionally letting you sit with it because He knows what is out there, and if He puts you out there too early, you are going to sink, or that rather than swim, right? And so those are the 5 reasons. I want to hear from you in the comments what your experience has been on this particular topic, and subscribe to my channel so that we can continue this conversation.